On January 27, 2021, Litecoin was at 133.57. When we look at all the low markers, it moved in February 28th, 2021 to 176. On March 24th, 2021, 171. When we look at April 24th, 224. Over here on May 3rd, it went up, peaked, came down, May 23rd, 184. On June 21st, 119. It hit a low for Litecoin on July 19th at 107. Since then, it's risen to 167 in August of the 25th. And this is looking at the low graph markers. And then on 9/20/2021, I saw where it dropped to 157. When we look at that, the low markers are all sitting now for a new bottom around 155 to 165, where it's heading towards that 185, 190 mark. With it going up, it's peaked a couple times. On September 3rd, it peaked up to 212, showing its potential. So between 155 and 165 right now, I would consider that a great buy now, where you hold, and I think buying below 200 before it goes back where it could possibly double, where it hit its peak in May 8th, 2021 at 386. By the end of the year, when you look at this in October, if it can go up towards that 250 mark, since it's already went up to 212, it could easily head up towards 250 in October and towards 300 and over 300 by the time November, December comes. When you get in next year, it could definitely be on its way. With Litecoin, looking back at Saturday, August 14th, the total in circulation was 68,302,863. And that was Saturday, August 14th. They had 15,697,138 left to mine, which meant there was 5,197,138 left to mine until the next block half. When you look at that, this is important because it's an event where the number of generated Litecoins rewarded per block will reduce from 12.5 to 6.25 Litecoins in the next Litecoin halving as of August 13th, 2021. At that time, when I looked at it, it shows where the next block sequence halving would be in 2023, and it would happen every 4 years. That would put the final Litecoin mined at 120 years out in 2142. I put the hash rate up at 326 and a difficulty at 10,686,951. For a prediction, you could see in 2021 by the end, it could possibly rise to 550. And you would aim towards 2022 for that, to possibly hit a high of 1100, and then 2000 in 2023, 2700 in 2024, 3500 in 2025. By 2030, it could be at $7,000. By 2040, possibly 15,000, and by 2050 at 30. Looking at how it's more valuable than Bitcoin, if Bitcoin only has 21 million, then it has 4 times the amount of value than Bitcoin. Bitcoin's different because it's been through 74 of its 105 forkings. Instead of Litecoin goes through halvings, where Bitcoin goes through forkings, and Bitcoin has 31 forkings left. Bitcoin's next forking will be November 18th, 2021. At that time, we might see another Bitcoin on that side of stuff. For right now, they have Bitcoin Cash. Their next halving event is September 25th, 2023. With BSV, Bitcoin SV, their next halving or forking would be March 22nd, 2024. When you look at Ethereum's supply is not hard capped, so additional ones can be created. It could definitely rise up to 10,000 to possibly 25 to 27,000. And then you could see it drop down to a quarter of what it went up to, which would, if it went towards the 30,000 mark, it would drop down to 7,500 and then rise back up in the future. So looking at the next 5 to 10 years, you definitely have some profitability that could come from Litecoin compared to Bitcoin to buy in. And it could definitely shoot up and in the future overtake Bitcoin, in my opinion and prediction. Once again, I'm not a financial advisor or a crypto trader or a stockbroker. I'm just a blue-collar worker paying it forward with information. But right now, in the sequence we've been in, for 9/20/21, Litecoin dropping underneath 160 is something to pay attention to. With it being underneath $160, it definitely shows you that potential that if this is the new bottom, it may not go back down to 100. So this might be that buy now period before it drops back down. And it seems to always drop towards the end of the month. So when we look at the end of the month totals, compared to the spikes seem to come earlier in the first 15 days, and the drops seem to come in the last 15 days of the month.